Władysław Wiecierzyński. Władysław Wiecierzyński was a Polish colonel who was a commander of the Polish armed forces and was a knight of the Virtuti Militari. Biography. Wiecierzyński was the son of Joseph, who was a shoemaker, and Bronisława Norbert. In the years 1901–1910, he attended primary school and the private 7-year School of Economics in Suwałki. In October 1911, he joined the Imperial Russian Army but was released to the reserve the following year on health grounds. In 1913, he was recalled up to the Russian Army, and in 1914 he was sent to an officer course in St. Petersburg. In 1915, after graduating from school, he was appointed ensign and was assigned to the 141st Moghais Infantry Regiment fighting in the Russian 36th Infantry Division of the Northwestern Front. In 1916, he was promoted to second lieutenant and in the next year to the rank of lieutenant. In 1917, after demobilization, he returned to Suwałki and joined the Polish military organization. As part of the underground activities, he took part in the disarmament of German patrols in the Suwałki region. In January 1919, he broke through the cordon of German troops to Zambrów and joined the 1st Suwałki Rifle Regiment, later renamed the 41st Suwałki Infantry Regiment. In the regiment, he took command of a machine gun company and fought at Lido, where he was wounded. He was wounded for the second time in August 1920 near Modlin. On June 1, 1921, as a captain, he continued to serve in the 41st Infantry Regiment. On May 3, 1922, he was verified with the rank of major with seniority on June 1, 1919, and the 518th position in the Corps of Infantry Officers, and his parent unit was still the 41st Infantry Regiment. On July 22, 1922, he was approved as a battalion commander in the 41st Infantry Regiment. In 1923, he was the commander of the 3rd Battalion of the 41st Infantry Regiment. In 1924, he was on a temporary position on a course for junior infantry officers in Chelmno, remaining a full-time officer in the 41st Infantry Regiment. On March 11, 1926, his transfer to the Border Protection Corps to the position of the commander of the KOP Sejny Battalion. On January 23, 1928, he was promoted to senior lieutenant colonel on January 1, 1928, and ranked 69th in the Corps of Infantry Officers. In the summer of 1929, he was transferred to the position of the commander of the KOP Snow Battalion. On January 28, 1931, it was announced that he was transferred from the KOP to the 56th Greater Poland Infantry Regiment in Krotoszyn to the position of Deputy Regiment Commander. In November 1935, he took command of the 55th Poznan Infantry Regiment in Leszno. On March 19, 1939, he was promoted to colonel in the Corps of Infantry Officers. He fought at the head of a regiment in the invasion of Poland of 1939. After losing the ability to command the regiment as a result of heavy losses and enemy bombings, on September 17, 1939, he broke through Buddy Stair Kami in Lasnia to the Campinos forest. He was captured by the Germans near Modlin. During World War II, he was in Oflag Roman 18 in Linz, and from the beginning of 1941 in Oflag Roman 2C in Woldenberg, No. 20,669/Roman 18A. Later years. After returning from captivity, he resigned from the army. He was recognized by the Invalid Medical Commission in Leszno due to his wound in 1939 and a German heart disease acquired in captivity. He was a war invalid in 70%. On April 25, 1945, he started working as an invalid at the Antonini Seed Breeding Station in Leszno. In 1950, together with his subordinates, he founded the Bizura Cooperative of the Disabled in Leszno, later renamed Kopernik. He worked there as an accountant from 1953 to 1967, when he was retired. He died on February 22, 1983 in Lesno. He was buried in Lesno at the parish cemetery at Kakolska Street. Colonel W. Władysław Wiecierzyński was commemorated in Lesno with a plaque on the house where he lived. On January 24, 1991, by Resolution No. Roman 11/52/91, one of the streets in Lesno was named PLK W. Władysław Wiecierzyński family. On January 27, 1923, Wiecierzyński married Jadwiga Monika Makiewicz, daughter of Wiktor and Bogumila, born on December 24, 1901 in Suwałki. His wife graduated from the SGH Warsaw School of Economics. On August 18, 1939, she and her sons were evacuated to the vicinity of Lviv. During the war, she was imprisoned in the Ravensbrück concentration camp. W. Władysław and Jadwiga had two sons, W. Władysław born on April 8, 1924, and Richard born on September 17, 1928. Both sons were prisoners of the Stutthof and Ravensbrück concentration camps. Awards: Virtuti Militari, Gold Cross No. 139 from 1946/MO in 1972, T2. Virtuti Militari, Silver Cross No. 1179 of 1928. Cross of Valor awarded 4 times, No. 34,483. Cross of Merit, Gold Cross No. 3,897 in 1928. Second awarded in 1938. Cross of Independence 1932. Medal for Long Service, Silver and Bronze. Medal for Participation in the Defensive War of 1939. Badge Meritorious Activist of the National Unity Front. Memorial Badge of the 55th Infantry Regiment,